Hello, everybody. It's Ola, aka ChalkOne from Battlefield Podcast, bringing you another episode of our Spotlight. In the past two episodes, we've talked to folks at Level BF about some of the events they're doing over there, and we're continuing in that same theme with this episode. We're going to be talking with the Battlefield director over at the Cyber Gaming League, Kirk Acidreamer Batten. Welcome to the podcast. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So the Cyber Gaming League, and it's coming to Battlefield 3, and we're here to talk to you for a few minutes, and so you can give us a bit of an overview as to what's coming and what it's all about. Why don't you give us a little bit of a background story behind the Cyber Gaming League and what you guys are all about?
For sure. The Cyber Gaming League started out with just two games on it, and it was Arctic Combat and Combat Arms, and they're free-to-play games. They have their own competitive scenes within them. My buddy Sean, who owns the league, wanted to expand on the league, and he knows that I play BF3 competitively. So I'm like, all right, man, I'll help you out. So I'm trying to get some teams signed up and spread the word around, and hopefully we can get something going.
So what kind of league are we looking at here? We've talked in the past to places like Level BF, who are 32 versus 32. Give us a bit of an overview as to team sizes, even locations. Like, who would this be best suited for?
Right now, the tournament we're hosting is just a 5v5. In the future, we might change the team size to a 4v4, 8v8, 12v12. Something about in that area. And it's for anybody. I mean, you don't need to be a hardcore competitive player to join this. You can get your friends, make a team, join, and if you win, that's $200 in your pocket. So, it's really open for anybody.
And it's for, you told me earlier that it's mostly, or at this point, it's for North American players. So it's not for Europeans so much, which is fine because they have a crap ton of leagues over there already for Battlefield 3. It's actually kind of interesting that Europe is so way far ahead in terms of esports for Battlefield. What platforms do you guys play on here? In North America, you also mentioned South America, I think.
Oh yeah, we did just open it to South America just to have some more teams in the tournament. And yeah, it's just a PC tournament. There's no PS3 or Xbox in this.
I always find that interesting. I always hear from people on those systems asking why they can't get these things for their consoles. But I guess this is all mostly grassroots stuff, so you kind of have to build it if you want it. Isn't that right?
Yeah, for sure. If you want to do extreme stuff like this, you got to, put the money and stuff into it.
And speaking of money, you mentioned $200 prize. How does that work?
You make it to the finals and you win the finals and you get $200 for your team.
So it's a single elimination tournament. How many teams are you going to be having in this tournament? Do you know yet, or is there a limit set yet?
Yeah, what we're doing right now is there's going to be a 32 slot tournament. And what we're going to do is if there happens to be more than 32 teams that want to play in the tournament, we're going to have a preseason. And that's going to be 3 weeks. And what we're going to do is we're going to list the top teams by the end of the 3 weeks by number of wins first. And after that, it'll be number of tickets. So the teams with the most wins and most tickets are going to be the teams that move on to the tournament.
I'm just looking at the at your website, which is c-gl.org, by the way. Can you give us a bit of an overview as to how the process works? So say that I'm here, and maybe do I have to find my own buddies to make up a team and then register it, or can I sort of head over to the site as a lone wolf and find a team over there?
You can do either. If you go to the forums and you click on Battlefield 3, it's kind of in the middle. And you go through there, you can find a teams looking and players looking. You can post something there, or you can, make your team with your friends. It's either or.
Cool. And registrations are open now, if I'm correct.
Right.
And is there still a lot of room left, or are you guys filling it quick?
I believe there's 24 slots left in the tournament.
Oh, that's cool. And when do you guys anticipate the first part of the preseason to actually start?
We're planning on about mid-March or later in March. We're trying to get the anti-cheat ready for Battlefield 3 and get the website and rules and all that, fine-tuned.
That is actually interesting. Maybe you could talk a little bit about what the rules are going to be like, and also in regards to cheating. I know that's with Battlefield 3, especially on PC, that's often a sticking point.
Yeah, as far as the rules go, it's kind of the standard across any competitive league, and there's no health regeneration, friendly fires turned off or turned on, sorry, and there's things like the M320 and the LVG that are banned, flashlight, the suppression perk. Those are kind of across the board in different leagues, and there's not too much a difference in them.
What game modes are you guys going to be playing in these 5v5 matches?
It'll be Conquest Small, and it'll be Infantry Only.
Cool. And I know that I had mentioned Level earlier. I don't know if you've seen a lot of their casts or not, but they do a lot of, I guess, live streams of their events. Is this something that you guys are going to be thinking about at all as well, or?
Yeah, right now I'm actually talking to Dasgro about setting up the map that Level BF has that shows all the players, and then having him cast over the event. And if we could get something like that going, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, they got some pretty neat stuff there. So, I guess in summary, registrations are open now. 5v5 Conquest Infantry tournament, single elimination with a $200 cash prize for the winning team. Still spots left for you to find a team or for you to go there with your team. You don't have to be hardcore players. You can actually go there and have, just have some fun, maybe with some friends. I know I'm speaking for myself a little bit too, because sometimes you get a little tired of just the pub play, and you've got a few buddies, so this may be something cool to try out if you have a couple of friends. And the nice thing is you don't need to find 16 other people or something to play with. Most of us can probably scrounge up 4 of their buddies to give this a shot. Anything else that you want to tell people that they should go check out in particular? I know that you guys have a YouTube channel, maybe plug that as well, or a battle log link, something like that. We'll put it all in the description of the video, but if people are interested, what do you suggest is the first thing that they do to get in touch with you guys?
First off is I would make a forum post. I'm gonna see that before I see anything elsewhere. Other than that, as far as trying to get into the competitive scene, if that's what people are trying to do, I would look over at Civo, maybe kind of check out what's going on over there, since they're a little bit more active right now, since it's mid-season and all that stuff. And you can add me on Battlelog if you want in chat, and I could fill you in on a lot of stuff, and that should be you should be good to go after that.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you for bringing this to us, and we'll hopefully some of our subscribers and listeners will head over there and give it a look-see. And I'm really happy to see that these kind of leagues and events are still starting. Even now with Battlefield 3 being almost a year and a half old, and these things are still popping up, especially here in North America, where we don't get a lot of this esports stuff. So it's great to see, and I wish you guys the best of luck with it.
All right, thank you very much, man.